we really enough?
Đúng rồi, đúng. Một hai ba bốn, một hai ba bốn.
Next on the agenda.
Thì có vẻ ổn đấy. Có vẻ ổn.
Quake! Rise!
Whirling snow! Take flight! Next on the agenda.
Thì là nó sọt này. Xa quá em thua.
Gather! Stabilize!
Hold the line! My apologies!
Không chỉ ra là giúp bạn cái chi lỗ rất là lâu. Từ từ.
Embrace the ice! Take flight!
Solidify!
Rest and rebuild! No touching! Stabilize! Whirling snow! Blaze over! My apologies!
giờ gặp cái gian ca đầu ra
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
This world is full of unsolved. Solidified. Gather. Solidified. Terror smash.
It's nothing.
Advance. Stabilize.
Give up. Don't waste my time.
Pull it! Solidify!
Có gì đâu. Làm game. Làm game.
What are my orders? Time to broaden our horizons. Huh? Do you also see Navia and Clorand over there? They look like they might have run into some kind of trouble. Let's go check out what's going on.
Tại sao hay quá.
Still no dice?
Not at all. And I've asked pretty much everyone in the court of Fontaine. Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about for...
What about Chiori and
I've asked them already. But they're both pretty busy. Navia, Clorand, what's up? Oh my. Well, if it isn't my dear...
Navia?
Oh.
Yep, this is our chance.
Do you need our help with something? Oh, precisely. Oh, my dear partners, we've got a huge problem right now that only you can solve. Whoa, for real?
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other options.
Trapper, Paimon, would you join us and play Mars Shosei Hunter Judgment Day? Mars Shosei what now?
It's a new game script by the Tabletop Troupe.
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe? It sounds super interesting. Clorand and I are both veteran members of the... You may ask. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Anyway, the script calls...
So, you're saying you'll help... Paimon and the Traveler are kind of...
That's not a problem. I'll adjust the pace.
Well, Traveler, what do you think? That's right.
Well, that solves our...
Woohoo! I'll go press script, man.
The club introduced a completely... In this iteration, on top of that,
You're right. And it's...
I look forward to experiencing it with you.
Why don't you go meet up with the others first?
Sounds good.
You say that like I'm... Let me...
I just hope you'll pick up some... Into the shadows. Sorry to keep you waiting.
You're back. Huh? And you've got the truck.
What a pleasant surprise. I assume...
Renee, Verena! I didn't know you were playing too. Are you also members of the tabletop?
I'm more of a casual member of any. Still, I'm sure it'll be fun being a player for the...
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all.
If you're interested, I can give you a referral.
That should... I think I'll wait to see how this experience... Do you participate in a lot of...
You could say that. She's actually...
Right. I knew about that even. Wow. I'm not so used to seeing you.
Surely you jest. I maintain a clear boundary between my private and my personal.
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I
would.
Is that so? Well,
So you want to see me cry?
Trong
I'm back. Allow me to introduce you to the script manager, Mr. Florian.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Hello. Wait, are you taking duels too, Mr. Florian?
Oh, no. This is just the costume provided by the club.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the players a more... Anyway, allow me. This script was adapted from the...
Paimon?
Oh, no problem at all. I can give their story can be traced, but I'll leave the...
And I'll provide.
Case? I see many a determined gaze before me.
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific scenes? Ooh!
It's the exact location of the scene. Please check all your belongings.
Sounds good.
Ready. Into the shadows. Shoot on sight.
They really have thought of everything. Even the phaetometer is here and ready to go for
It's a card that's used to determine action success.
And what about all the dessert and tea?
That's what the message said.
Really? That's so... Those snacks have Paimon.
I think you might be...
Snack Hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there are delicious snacks to be found, Paimon will track down every last one. The desserts are great. But...
Very First, please pick up the blank character cards in front of you and write down your name, and you can find an abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your character. In this story, everyone is a Marechaussee hunter. To reflect this, the club has prepared...
Ooh, nice!
As hunters, you have proficiency in swordsmanship and fighting by default, so there's no need to allocate any additional skill.
Swordsmanship? So there's a fighting part to all this? Paimon's not...
Why don't you share a character card then? The trap...
Huh, so, for the name.
Yep. It can be any...
You can use your real name too if you want. I do that. Oh! So it would be like experience.
In that case, I think I'll continue to use...
Next up is the skill sheet. You have a limited amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of skills. The more points you invest in a particular skill, the easier it will be.
I'll take persuasion and investment. Oh, those skills sound like... So, should we also take the...
Not necessarily. For example, I think I'll take stealth and sleight of hand.
Oh, interesting. Let me see. I'll take arts. And, well, that leaves us. What do you want to learn, traveler? Oh, something that'll help you get a read on other people's thoughts. Sounds useful. Ooh, so So you want to help people. So what do you think? Are you sure you want to learn these two skills?
Let's see. Oh, looks like you each
all pick such classic skills.
Why do I get the feeling she's getting ready to cause trouble?
For example, this one here. Summon. Oh, I saw that one just now as well. The description says...
The script's world-building rules.
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend. Just Alright, you've convinced Cyanide.
Well, now that everyone's since two of our would you like to play on?
What?
Well, in role-playing, for example, if you fail a check, if you choose to play in if you choose easy mode.
Mày gửi cái số nó qua cho tao coi. Vậy mà quỹ hiện trường hổng tao điện nó là 2.000. Nhập chạy hôm nay gần 2.000 rồi. Rồi cái sổ đó vài bữa lấy ở đâu? Hiện trường được phải không?
Cái vụ mà bảo dưỡng lần đầu á là ngày 2 cây đây. Lần đầu là 2.000 cây hoặc 2 là 2. Cái nào là đó. À. Rồi. Ok. Rồi em đi cho. Nhớ. Không phải đâu. Đang còn quay. Không. Chờ để nó mở nha. Rồi xong rồi. 40 đó. 4. Đâu chưa hả? Năm ấy đúng rồi, ý là coi tới điều kiện bảo dưỡng chưa. Mà nó mới chịu chuyện bạn nhà 6.7 nó đi học chuyện chứ mình tính từ tháng 5 là tôi bắt đầu tháng là đi vô rồi đây tại biết đâu nội trường chơi học chưa không có hành tại biết nó thằng này đòi hoài luôn biết chưa rồi nó thì em tính nói gì đó để giờ em điện đó bữa là học trường nó qua tận em kia không điện cho bắt tay đúng rồi em cảm ơn nha ủa anh cái sổ bảo hành của anh Dũng á bữa giờ anh có ký chưa?
Hả? Oh, come on.
Má bảo dưỡng rồi nhưng mà bảo dưỡng bên lít đâu dạ.
Alright, then
What about you two,
Rồi
partner?
trở qua tuần sau
How would you like?
Are you sure?
ông bảo dưỡng á.
No, honestly, I don't think Cloran would make...
no promises.
That wasn't super reassuring. Well, anyway, enough talk. Let's get started. I want to experience at least a good chunk of the story today. Speaking of the story, why is the beginning scene on a beach?
Well, that's because a long time ago, back when human civilization was still in its infancy, powerful demons and evil sorcerers ruled over the land. They created a host of monsters and sent them to slaughter all humans in existence. Soon, a group of human rebels banded together. With their swords raised, they swore to brave the darkness, and in doing so, subdue each and every monster that sought their destruction.
Cái điều kiện bảo dưỡng lần đầu là chạy
Sometime
1
later,
tháng hoặc là
as a member of the
chạy
Marashose
chạy trước.
Hunters, you receive a
Còn
commission.
cái trong hàng nó để
Following the address provided on the message, you take a boat and arrive at this strange city. As you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks as you begin to survey your surroundings. There aren't many people in the vicinity, but you do take note of a few others who, like you, seem to be sizing up this place. Your eyes meet, and you realize these people are fellow Marashose hunters, likely led to this location after receiving the same commission as you.
You're Marashose hunters too, right? Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Nami, monster hunter by trade and helpful neighborhood businesswoman on the side. What say you to traveling together? We can help each other out on the road.
Okay,
nãy chị ba nói
count me
nó
in.
miễn phí tiền công
My
nó có
name
mấy
is
ngàn nè,
Lynn.
còn cái phần
I've been
mà
wandering since I was little and picked up a few less than legal tricks along the way. I was adopted by a Marashose hunter and later chose to follow in his
nãy chị ba nói
footsteps.
vậy tại vì thường cái đó là liên quan tới tiền. Nói chị ba là
Sounds like they've done this dozens of times.
ngoài nha.
My name is Farina, and I grew up in a noble family. I always had a strong interest in performance and the arts. Even though I'm a Marashose hunter, what I really want is to be a performing artiste. Hey, that's really cool. You can do it, Farina. That's exactly how it's done. Paimon is Paimon, a good friend and companion to this Marashose hunter right here.
I've been studying medicine ever since I was a child. I want to do my part to eradicate these monsters and use what I've learned to heal others.
Oh, welcome, welcome. When we face the monsters, I'll make sure to charge in front to give everyone some cover. You can take care of the healing at the back.
You open your envelopes at the same time. The message reads, "To the honorable and trustworthy Marashose hunters, our kingdom is currently facing a grave crisis. The lands outside the capital have been overtaken by monsters, and our people are being led astray by forces."
That, though the scriptwriter mustn't mean.
Yet, as you regard,
I carefully read.
you see a
Oh, good idea. We might be able to...
You look up and see a tavern nearby.
Why don't we go check out that tavern?
As you approach the tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to be rather troubled about something.
Greetings, friend. Lovely weather we're having today, don't you?
Oh, hello.
Xong luôn á.
I suppose you're right. The weather didn't
It seems like every character included in the script has a certain amount of useful information about her. If we keep asking questions, we might be... Oh, come on.
Huh?
I don't... Nothing turns a frown upside down. You didn't even...
That's not necessary, miss. Excuse me for saying this, but you don't really look like a chef.
So you're someone who barely smiles and doesn't like sweets. You're really starting to remind me of this... Hey! Did she just... Huh? Me? Gloria must have broke character for a second.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Traveler, maybe you can think of something.
The results of insight checks are disclosed to the players, so I'll be the one consulting the Plutonic. You recall all the lessons you've learned in your time, and you notice that when she's quiet, she has an empty look in her eyes, as if her thoughts have drifted to a place far, far away. And when she speaks, she often subconsciously reaches out to touch the ring on...
So you noticed. That's a little embarrassing.
A horde of monsters suddenly appear.
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
I'm not completely sure.
Do you know where he was?
It all happened so fast.
You have our thanks, friend. Well,
Thank you.
We don't always get to...
You bid farewell to the woman, and continue your journey further into the city. As you venture further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet. A nearby merchant folds his arms and gives you a disdainful look. You get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
Although he doesn't seem very friendly.
pardon me, sir.
I'd like that depends. How much are you willing to pay?
How about...
What do you take me for? Some lowly beggar? You can't...
Surely an onion can't be...
what do you know? War's nearly upon...
Oh, what a nasty guy. But he still might have information we need. Traveler, can you think of something? Sir, we came to this city to solve the very problem you seem to be If you happen to be well informed and know a thing...
While things are big, those monsters are camped outside. We have limited reserves within the city.
Wait, you're saying no one...
We could all starve, and those nobles in the palace wouldn't even... Who knows? Maybe they've been in cahoots with the monsters all along.
It is concerning.
All right. That's all the information you need, right? Off with you now.
You know, if you smiled a little... Did we try to go somewhere with more people? Oh, how about the city square? Follow me.
Before you lies the city's central square. You see a man with a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth, his head hanging low. He doesn't seem to notice your approach, still immersed in his own thoughts.
This guy seems promising enough. Maybe I can get some information out of him. Hello, sir. Is there anything I can do to help?
Wait, you're... Oh, dear goodness! You're a Marachose hunter!
You recognize us?
Yes! Oh, I didn't
What happened here?
Alas, we once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city used to be free. However, monsters have once again surrounded the city.
Are there not enough soldiers?
It's not a... Most people my age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. When I was a child, though, to be perfectly...
Well, you can rest easy.
The man is touched by your determination and resolve. His eyes...
Still, if we are going to hunt...
all I know is that... Oh, although, if you would...
I see.
All right. Be careful. They're actively working. Even one of our kindest ministers has turned into a boorish and unreasonable figure. Interested in nothing.
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard...
I feel bad for him. Maybe we should try to cheer him up?
your kindness. Brave hunters, I...
If I understood correctly, there are currently
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside this.
But which... Well, this seems like a good moment for a break.
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us. Well, Clarice said this.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect...
Sure. Paimon wants to know too.
No.
Huh? So you mean anyone could?
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rigorous... Still, most people dropped out at the early stages. And others called it quits.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight in?
The land of Fontaine once played host to one of the ancient sorcerers of Remuria used his power to assemble a formidable army of
Now wait a second. Don't tell me that.
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything we might be able to find out in the game. But if you want me to talk about something else, then... How about Kazi?
Wait, but those people are all from a superland.
From my master.
Huh. Master? You mean Miss Petronia? Oh, someone you know? Absolutely. Miss Petronia and my father were good friends.
Let's not get off topic. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Responding to Egeria's call, a number of walked out as Fontaine entered an era of...
I see. That explains why most of the people in this...
Is that really a bad thing, though?
Depends on who you...
Speaking of investigation, I vote monsters.
Well said, Miss Ver...
What about you, partner? What do you think? It's decided that...
All right. After some discussion, you decide to turn around...
Let's take a look around, like that guy said.
You there! Outsiders! Halt!
What? Who's there?
An armored man approaches you. He has a tall, muscular build, and although he's trying his best to conceal his current... I'm the captain of the guard. State your purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
Wow, it's been a while since...
I said talk!
Have you ever...
Marachose hunters. Huh. The fairy tale.
Sir, we were indeed in the city early. Your guards are still fighting the monsters as we speak.
The man regards you with doubt and concern. After those monsters aren't easy to... I just hope all the guards...
Based on what the captain said, the monster should be right up ahead. Let's go. Hopefully we're not too late.
As you approach the battlefield, you see numerous people lying by the side of the road. They appear to be dressed like guards. Their faces are filled with desperation and terror. Some are screaming and cursing in vain, as if still trying to banish the monstrosities they saw from their minds. A few of the wounded look up at you in shock and disbelief. Quick, leave this place. Turn around and don't look back, they yell.
This is the place you mentioned, right?
You see broken iron swords scattered all around you, and downed trees riddled with terrifying claw marks. All the signs point to one thing. A truly devastating battle just took place here.
Be on your guard, everyone. The monsters might still be...
Before you can finish your sentence, you hear rustling sounds from the surrounding bushes. The monsters have emerged. They close in on you without fear. You get the impression that, in their bloodthirst...
Little help here! This thing wants to eat my mind!
Your battle round begins.
Yeah. Quick!
Attack!
A round of applause!
The next battle round begins now.
Hey there! Watch out! Time to shine!
And voila!
The monsters let out a terrifying roar of anger and resentment before dissipating into thin air.
Oh, thank goodness it's over.
We're lucky the Marashose Hunter class came with all those preset skill points. Otherwise...
I never knew the photometer even determined... That's part of the fun.
Just as you begin to celebrate your victory, a suspicious lump on the ground catches your attention.
A suspicious lump. Wait. I walk up to it, crouch down, and begin to carefully examine it. I've still got my right glove on, so it should be fine for me to touch it, right?
As you investigate the mound, you discover that the exposed portion appears to be made of wood. With the monsters gone, the small protrusion now awaits your discovery.
Whoa, it's a treasure chest!
With everyone's help, you success even without opening it. You can tell from the Mora and Juke.
Makes sense. We worked hard for this.
I can understand your excitement, Paimon, but think about it.
Yeah. Think about all the people suffering in the capital. Or all those guards who got hurt. Wait, is that how it works? Paimon thought since we were the ones to dig it up, we could just take it for ourselves. Well, let's put it this way. Any decision you make during a role-playing game, but would the people really believe us? It's hard enough for us to prove we're Marashose.
That's definitely something we should consider. Maybe...
Well, if donating it would cause that...
Looks like you're facing a difficult choice. Well, it's...
Wow!
I'm not sure if it's because I'm having so much fun with you all, or because the story...
Here, here! Oh!
Yeah, that won't work for me either. Lynette will give me an earful.
I understand how you feel, Nadia, but we have to change venues.
Huh? Another location?
There's a special note for the GM at the end of this section that says to proceed to...
Oh. Well, even if we end the... That's just a coincidence, okay? And anyway, I'm a real... Well...
It's nothing. I appreciate the concern, but it's all in the past. My earliest memories are of living with Nathan. Master was my first ever toy was...
Oh, wait, so she handed an actual sword?
Of course I did. I cut my palm and bled quite a lot. See, that's what you get for not holding the sword properly, she told me. She then crouched down next to me and said,
Excuse me for asking this, Cloran, but
probably around 3, give or take.
3? Isn't that when most kids are still struggling?
As I said, Master was rather inexperienced in the ways of raising children. She believed trial and error was the...
I'm not so sure this is a question of...
I didn't see anything wrong with her ways at the time. And anyway, children don't get to choose how they're raised. Oh, she did bring me back a pet from Leeway once. It was a Geobishop hatchling.
A Geobishop hatchling? For a pet? That seems even more dangerous.
What she said was this. Make sure to get along, you two. If you really can't agree on something, just settle it with a fight. Whoever loses is the real pet.
And how old were you when this happened?
5.
Well, did she win?
No, I lost.
So, you're saying you actually became the Geobishop's pet?
Yes, but only for a week. By the end of that week, I defeated it in combat. And we've shared a cordial relationship.
That really doesn't sound like the kind of child that someone should have.
Later on, I gradually understood that Master most likely didn't know any other way to raise a child. She was admonished thanks to her. I learned how to navigate the forest by the age of 6, and could hunt monsters even though the training she subjected me to was strict.
I still remember the first time we met. You were too scared to join us.
I still hadn't really met.
After that, though, you started coming over a lot.
I had a lot of fun during those days.
I enjoyed them too. Oh, do you remember that one time we went exploring around the Stina together? We overheard Papa call you a master. We tried to pretend like we never heard anything, but you nearly let it slip that one time. Protector of Justice. Oh, wait, you mean...
Yep, that would be her. She often would put on a black cloak and...
20 years ago, huh? I still remember the guards leaving all... Oh, there's no need to apologize. You had nothing, although calling herself the Protector of Order, huh? When did the Protector... Oh, she had a bunch of code names. I heard she would just come up with a name on the spot whenever she was asked. Later on, she probably got sick of answering those questions and decided to stick to just 2.
That sounds like her, all right. I bet she forgot which of the 2 she'd used, but...
Well, she certainly sounds like a fascinating individual.
Look, it's true. I always wanted to become like her. Someone powerful, independent, and with a
But...
She suddenly disappeared the night I turned 10 years old.
Disappeared? What happened?
I have no idea. She didn't even leave a note. I was never able to find out where she went. That night, I was celebrating my birthday at Navia's house. But Master never came to pick me up. Then I returned home on my own. It was to an empty house. And she still didn't appear after a few days. I went to Mr. Callis's house to ask about her whereabouts. But he only shook his head.
Papa probably didn't know either. I know he sent a few people to investigate the matter in secret, but they never found any credible leads.
Don't worry, I understand. To be perfectly honest, given Master's birth just like Hal, when it
Or,
I was at first.
well, despite everything, Oh no. Judging by the atmosphere, Miranda Navi... Anyway.
I had a great time today, Miss...
Anytime.
The script was good, but hey, you should tell us more about that fighting. What does she mean onto something? I certainly don't know any 5-year-olds who... Guess I'll head back as well. I need to save my...
You're that excited?
I was talking about the...
Loading.
Looks like everyone's here.
Is that really heavy wall?
I admire the work.
So this set is going...
Unfortunately, that is...
Anyone think Cloran's style...
Well, whatever happens, if we're worried about arousing...
Yeah, it might be...
Staring at me won't get you.
Why aren't you saying anything? Oh, this...
Huh.
Well, I made sure to take the... Anyway, wait. We haven't been... Well, it's only a matter of time. Alright, Paimon made up her mind. Paimon may have wanted to keep it, but if it's going to land us in prison somewhere...
So, you've reached an agreement?
Oh, and we'll collect all the stuff.
All right. You collect the treasure and make your way back to the capital with... The city is still shrouded in a gloom in places where sunlight struck.
Thank you, Kai.
The elderly woman's look of gratitude follows me as...
She's probably...
Should we go find that man again at the square? He's...
Oh, good idea.
Just as you start to make... Please wait, distinguished guests. Several strange guards suddenly call out to you. They run forward to meet you and proceed.
Greetings, gentlemen. Surely you just...
Do you think this could be a trap?
Well, we have to say we go for it. That's...
After a quick discussion, gilded tables,
Wow, it's so...
the elderly king, clad in he wears above his head a man dressed in dark clothes. Likely after a moment, he lowers his hands and stands back up.
The king does not...
The king remains esteemed guest. I've heard tell that you're rude. However,
Well, we said... The golem's blades were so powerful, they could... Well, there was an...
you're
Well, how did he know about...
then
Wait, but didn't you
only that which is freely given by...
But that's complete... Yeah, that makes no sense! If it weren't for us, the treasure would still...
Maybe so. Yet the... What? No answer? Sure.
Well,
Clad in his magnificent...
I would like to observe...
The guards in the palace.
There goes my plan to turn the...
It appears we've been before I decide your fate.
Can't we try to slip away? Or maybe start some... Why did we try to break... Don't worry. At least we figured out who's behind all this. Let's just play it by ear. I think you got...
You allow yourself to be led away by... It's only when you begin to feel... Stay here! And don't... The guards lock the cell door.
Wait, sir!
Your voice echoing.
No! Carve out a new path of faith.
You reach towards your waist.
What about that knife I hid in my boot?
When did you hide it in there?
When I was thinking about digging a...
Rejected. You failed to inform the GM of this course of action.
And the keys to the cell aren't anywhere to be correct.
You don't...
Well, there goes all our...
Indeed.
Huh? Why are you the one saying it?
Because that statement holds...
What?
Generally speaking,
I mean, maybe they...
that is a...
Oh, I know it. Before I took a closer...
Wait,
I doubt it. Lester left anything. I gave you the sword back then.
Wait. Wait.
After the duel. Between Mr. Callis and myself.
Before that, Cloran would have meals with us and even stay over at the Spina some days. After the duel, though, there was a period of time where we simply didn't know how to... We were both sad and conflicted. Whenever I looked at this sword, I couldn't help but wonder. It missed back then. It felt like I hadn't just lost a father,
No one can change the past. The most important thing is that you two found your way back to it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Think nothing of it. No one...
Oh, looks like the next part of our script is here.
Perfect timing. The situation. From Grant's face, I really can't tell if it's good news or bad news.
Water continues to drip from the ceiling. Eventually,
You hear heads up, everyone. Someone close, everyone.
Who are you?
I work as a guard in these dungeons, but my true identity is the same as your own.
Huh?
Shh. I've already sent away the other guards.
I understand, but how can we be sure?
The king has issued a formal decree in light of the irrefutable proof of your crime.
Executed?
Monsters appearing at the same location.
The time for speculation once we're infiltrating the capital.
Have you seen our weapons anywhere?
Don't worry, I brought them as factions to defeat him.
You're not coming with us?
No, I'll remain as long as my identity.
In that case,
Thank you for your concern. As for the location of the vault,
got it.
all right. Once I open the door, everybody, you now have the chance. And
with the help of the guard, you...
Wait, we didn't get to use our skills at all while we were in prison. Who knows when we're gonna get the chance to use that cool gun spell?
That is a pity, but we can only continue to move forward. Move it!
stabilize.
Into the shadows.
This should be the place marked on the map.
This bit of rock certainly looks suspicious.
I'd say it is. Wow, you really...
Before you lies a serene stretch of open water.
Well, guess this means... What's the matter?
It's nothing. As you step into the...
Wow, this must be where the train... This door is blocking our way in. Huh. here. Something wrong?
After a long, difficult journey, you finally arrive at the location indicated by your map. It appears to be an ancient site. Your surroundings are...
We're doing this for the sake of the people.
Lenny's right. We need to keep the next part of the story.
Yes. But something feels off about it.
I found something.
Found something here, too.
Same here. It worked.
Something just appeared. Some kind of mechanism.
By solving the puzzles, you prove yourselves worthy of it at the end of each
With
key.
oh, must be the key to the big door.
This is one of the Marshall's hunter keys. It is said that 4 keys in total are required to form the final... Huh? You hear a few strange noises.
What's going on? Did we?
For the sake of immersion,
But Paimon can still see a little bit over here. Oh, right. Sorry.
suddenly, you hear the sound of footsteps.
There's someone else here.
I've been discovered.
That you recognize the voice as belonging to the guard who led you to this place. It appears he now covers...
Oh, so this is just part of the script. Well, if we can't see anything.
Judging by the way these rumors... There must be a real Marshall say...
Retreat! Huh. That's not the hunter way. If it's dark for us, it's dark for him. We choose to fight.
Your choice is noted. Please keep your eyes closed until I tell you the torches have been relit.
You got it.
Well then.
Moving. I'd like to try to hit him with my sword.
Your strike is successful.
Is he still standing? Goodness,
Is it over? Can we open our eyes now?
The enemy is strong and relentless, but the battle is nearing its end.
What about now?
Final strike. Ha!
Well, did we get him?
Warm fire flickers across the walls once more. Your vision is now clear. In an impressive display of courage, the four mechanisms. It's like you became an entire...
Huh? Mr. Florian? Oh, wait. You're supposed to be role-playing. Speak your name, guard. What is this treasure really more important?
What kingdom? What peace? I, Florian, am a true Mara.
South is also using this for. Or wait.
Then I'm even more confused. If you truly are a Marashose hunter,
What do you know? In this day and age, there's no...
What's that supposed to mean?
My skills were passed down to me by my father, who lived a life of obscurity. What did he get in return? A life of poverty, pain. A world that forgot all about him. Our Shosei hunters were the ones who saved this city. We're heroes. We deserved more recognition.
Is he talking about how no one in the capital seems to remember the hunters and their legacy? So that's why you want to take the treasure for yourself? You feel
if you already knew where the treasure was located, why didn't you just come down?
Because I still needed the final.
Only a true Marashose hunter is capable of passing as someone who sought to hurt others for his own gain. Florian,
okay, but what is...
you're sure.
We've been talking about it for so long, and we've already defeated Florian, right?
What to say?
Then let's open the door together.
All right. Before you, the door to the treasure, you hear the shrill whir of the door hinge as it rotates for the first time after years of disuse. Almost like a sleeping giant letting out an extended yawn.
It's open! I want to in! I want to see what's inside! Ooh, me too! Ugh, uncovering hidden treasure is...
A stone tablet? And some shabby weapon?
You call this a treasure box? Looks more like an...
Maybe the troop ran out of budget at the end?
They provided a super immersive experience at the beginning only to drop the ball. Wait, I get it now. I'm on. Ah!
This is it? The Marashose hunter treasure?
Whoa, are you okay?
The Marashose hunter before you appears to suffer a serious mental breakdown. One of you seems to understand the significance of the treasure already. If So, how are you doing?
What just happened?
Do you remember how you got here? Or what?
I remember now. I brought you here because I wanted to... The explosives in the cave!
You mean these?
Huh? How did you...
I could tell something was off the moment I stepped into this cave. So I kept...
So the strongest champion duelist in all of Fontaine saved the day.
I deserve some answers, don't you think? Everything you said earlier sounded like the truth.
I don't know. I just always felt like there was something in my heart that didn't belong to me. The feelings about my father and the other Marashose hunters are real. It just wasn't fair. I don't know when it started, but at some
But if the treasure was all you cared about, why...
I can't remember.
From your description, I suspect you were dealing with...
Deforder?
Oh, your master... your father, I mean.
No, I've heard of it. It can't be. The seal.
The seal?
My family has served as Marashose hunters for my father instructed me to, but I neglect.
The decorator would be a thing, but he lacked the power to complete...
I heard as the
And yet...
one of them. I know just the only way I could.
I won't comment on...
Well, I did pour my heart and soul into it. The stories my father used to tell me about the glory of the heroic Marashose hunters.
It's more than just a story. You're proud to be a hunter.
I have done.
Then explain the purpose of the evil sorcerer. Isn't he the true antagonist?
But I've already tainted.
Wake up, Glory. Do you really think the hunters acted out of a desire for honor and glory? Or to be loved? You do not wield your sword for yourself. But to protect, do you still not understand?
You're right.
I wouldn't be so
I know.
good. Then, come with me. And help me see the script through to the end.
See?
No,
No, I mean,
then we'll just have to keep writing it. The evil soul.
you mean the Devorator?
Is that really so hard?
You aren't afraid?
I know what my friends are for. Ready.
They're back.
That took a while.
Ahem. My fellow Mara Shosei hunter.
Sorry. After
Oh,
I confess, I was brainwashed by the evil.
that little... Wait,
That's right. He's adept at manipulating the hearts. To be perfectly honest, the treasure.
the names of all the marsh...
Wait, you.
Of course.
We just finished reading through the content of the stone tablet.
That tablet recorded the lives of some fascinating people. She inherited the responsibilities of the Golden Hunter and passed judgment on many. So, she was just like you. Oh,
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose I also working as an executioner. He's
their lives were all so exciting. You could write so many cool books about their accomplishments. How could
Because they chose to be. To hunt monsters that only appear.
the stone tablet must...
That's right. The only time they spoke of their.
So, no wonder this place was so well hidden.
You regard the stone, the tablet proves their legacies shall continue. His eyes are sincere.
I implore you, everyone.
Well, sounds good to me.
I have no objections, but Mr. Florian,
When he took over my mind, I gained some insight into his.
Huh? What is the GM? Permission?
At first glance, the weapons appear absolutely ordinary. But these blades have slain countless monsters.
so basically take these with us, right?
I'll take this weapon, since it used to belong to Est. Maybe it'll find...
Good idea. I'll take Mr. Walter's bow then. From one archer magician to another.
Raymon's gonna pick a cool weapon too!
As you grip your weapons, you can almost feel the will of past hunters coursing.
Mr. Florian, do you know where to find the evil sorcerer?
I was able to see his surroundings when our minds were connected. I believe he's currently hiding out at the church in the kingdom. We must be extremely careful.
Then why don't we explore...
Oh. No, we have to strike now.
I agree with Mr. Florian. We've got to act while we have the...
Yeah, now that we've got a plan, there's no point in...
Yes, yes, that's what's called. Yes,
Alright, you cursed...
Mr. Florian, please.
of course. Follow.
We have to set up so many scenes today.
Finally, you decide as you walk away. Moving. Finally, you arrive at the church Florian described. As you approach, an ominous aura surrounds. Now, it is time for the final battle.
Let's go.
Florian, wait.
What's wrong?
I think you should wait outside. You've already been I don't think it's a good idea for you.
That's exactly why I have to go.
You mean?
Yes. I intend to lure it into my body.
That's too risky. If things get out of hand...
I understand, but if I the Devourer will have a hard time. You're not like me, Miss Florent. You're a just and powerful Marechaussee hunter. What is this? Consider it a duel to restore my honor.
Then, as a champion duelist, I hereby accept your request for a duel, and extend to...
Thank you.
The battle is now upon us. Let the Devorator once again tremble under the blade of the...
So lifelike. Why is nothing working?
This foe is not invincible. You hold the treasure. The power to defeat it in your own two hands.
The treasure? You mean... The names. It's the Marechaussee Hunters' names. How are we supposed to...
You forget, Paimon? There's still one skill we saved until the very end.
Hunters fight not for fame, but to aid the people whenever they are summoned.
Walter the Marechaussee Hunter, master of 1,000 tricks, executioner of the Phantom Hunters. I call for aid!
Est, the Marechaussee Hunter, inheritor of Cassiodor's will, judge of the Shadow Hunters. Answer my call! Petronia, protector of justice and order, the hunter I respect the most. Thank you for saving my friend, the best one I'll ever know. Please, lend us your strength.
We have come to answer your summons. The monsters were eradicated. Peace soon returned to the capital. Some remembered the names of the heroes who saved their kingdom. But others simply continued their lives none the wiser. Such is the story of the Marechaussee. They will always protect the city. Yes, you've reached...
It's a pretty solid story overall. That final battle is... Oh, right.
That's a really good point. I never
Yeah, mine nearly scared the daylights out of me when it's... Oh, we should probably give these props back, right?
Did you have a good time?
Of course. Let me...
Sure, no problem.
Then I'll head back for now. Once Mr. Ford...
You're right.
Well, see you all some... Okay, so...
I think it should be fine.
What in the world?
That time in the cave when you told us to close our eyes?
I was dying of curiosity the entire...
Guess none of us wanted to be...
What are you all talking about? Oh, wait. Don't tell me Paimon never... Oh, this is all my fault. It's not too late to come... You're saying...
It's probably more accurate to say this was never a...
What?
So loud.
Hey, you! Get up right now and explain... Did Paimon just screw that right? It's not nice to lie.
Yeah, it was like...
If Paimon knew something was wrong with that box, she would have phoned straight me up.
Everything was under control.
As if you ever described a situation.
Guess I'm just...
You must run into...
As for you,
I know there's no excuse for what I did.
I would say you've already suffered more than enough.
What?
You may have been blinded by... You'll be far more used to this...
What?
Of course, you'll...
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, though, you're showing him...
Thank you so much. Until we meet...
Speaking of Marashose hunters, what should we do about the treasure?
Leave it be.
Are you sure? We could show it to people.
No. Every name on... I am no exception.
That's certainly very...
Wait!
That's because the Marish...
Oh.
Well, I'm sure the summons were a part of it too.
Oh?
This particular devilator probably hailed from the same era as the hunters the names you recited all belonged to the bravest hunters. Countless monsters fell to their blade.
So the names held the power.
Naya.
Huh? Oh. I meant what I
I
said.
really appreciate it.
All right. Anyway, let's not talk about it. She ran off!
I should probably head back as well. This story was truly incredible. Goodbye.
Traveler, should your name and deeds be forgotten, what do you...
I suppose the significance would be the journey itself and the world we helped create.
A great answer. I'll remember it. Me. The Marashose hunter says nothing in respect. Perhaps your answer lies in her silence. And I... Into the shadows.
everything.
Ready.
Hey,
Solidify! Gather!
Loaded. Time to testify.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Into the shadows.
ground. If you ever have any questions,